Hello, Geeklings! This is Random Mommy here. And Monster! And you can see my display of Coke cans. I'm trying to cut back on alcohol, so that's my collection of Coke that I have to drink to not think about alcohol. So yeah. Okay, Monster. Yes. No. If you want to read the books, then you have to let me record. Okay. So today's topic is going to be books, and due to a very strange conversation that I just reviewed from last night on Skype with one of my friends, who's Catnip Ninja. He's also on YouTube. You should check him out. We'll talk more about him probably in the future. Not today, though. But yes, in our conversation, I apparently agreed to do the topic of books and boobs. So, as you can see, boobs. And books! I have a big pile of them over here. So we're gonna get through all of them, hopefully. And we'll see where boobs go in through that. The first book is a series of unfortunate events by Lemony... Not yet. By Lemony Snicket. So a series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket. It's about orphans, and a series of unfortunate events that follow them. It's pretty hilarious. I got really into the series growing up. Stop it!
No!
If you don't stop, thank you. There are companion books to it, because Lemony Snicket who is not his real name, he's always talking about Beatrice. Mentions her quite a lot throughout the books, and you have to kind of pay attention to where she turns up. The dedication is always to Beatrice. This one is for Beatrice. Summer without you is as cold as winter. Winter without you is even colder. But one of the companion books, you have to figure out who Beatrice was, and how she was important to him. So that's interesting. Where's the book that I had right there? No, there it is. This next series, it's The Children of the Red King series. This first book is Midnight for Charlie Bone. It's by Jenny Nimoy. I will let you have the books in just a moment. Calm down. What? Okay. Just chill. Okay. Let me get through this stack of books and then we'll get food. I can't turn over. Wanting food. Excuse me. So, The Red King, we spent like 30 seconds looking at the book and not paying attention to what it's supposed to be doing. Anyway, Charlie is, I think, 11 when the book starts out, or when the series starts out, and he discovers he knows that he's a descendant from the Red King, who was this guy who had magic endowments, as they call them in the series, or magical powers, endowments, whatever. And Charlie has been hoping his entire life that he doesn't have these endowments. Turns out he in fact does. His is that he can talk to people in photographs and enter the photographs as the story progresses. And he gets put into the school for children called Wars Academy, and tries to figure out what's happened to some parts of his family, like his father is missing, so he's trying to figure out what happened to his father, but he only has one photograph of his father, and the rest have been burned by his grandmother. But it's a really good book, really great series. People often compare it to Harry Potter, and personally, I love this series more than Harry Potter, and I don't care. It came out after Harry Potter, I believe. And like it has the same group of kids going through the stuff all the time, like in Harry Potter, but it's set in our world, so it's not, you know, where, you know, only these kids that have these magic powers are allowed to go, and you have to wait for the special letter. It's whenever their powers develop. But some kids are there, and, you know, don't know that they have powers, or, but I'm not going to ruin anything for you, because you guys have to read the books to find out. Next we have Baronstein Bears, by Stan and Jan Baronstein. There are thousands of books in this series. You know, hundreds, millions, cajillions. There are VHSs. I think they're coming out with DVDs. I'm not sure, but they should, because we have VHSs that need replaced really badly. And my daughter loves Baronstein Bears very much. This one is Trouble with Money. There's also Baronstein Bears Go to the Doctor, Baronstein Bears Get in a Fight, Go to the Dentist, Moving Day, which is one of the first books, featuring Mama Bear being pregnant with baby sister bear, and the family having to move because of that. There's not enough room in their current home. Baronstein Bears and the Sitter, which babysitter. Baronstein Bears in Trouble with Friends. Baronstein Bears Trouble with Money. Go to Camp, Messy Room, Too Much TV, Too Much Junk Food. Learn About Strangers, which I have on VHS.
Mommy!
Meet Santa Bear and the Bad Dream. Double Dare, No Girls Allowed. Go Out for the Team, Mama's New Job, which is controversial when it first came out. Too Much Birthday, Forget Their Manners. The Truth. Get Stage Fright, In the Dark, Week at Grandma's, Trouble at School, and Bad Habit are the ones that are featured on the back of this book. My favorite thing about the Baronstein Bears, I have, when I was a baby, on HBO there was this Christmas special that happened, and my parents recorded it, and every year it's not Christmas unless we watch this VHS that is so worn out. Like, I think this is our third copy that we've recorded it on. I don't know why we haven't upgraded to DVD yet, but it's just the quality. We love it. We're old school. But one of the videos on it is the Baronstein Bears Christmas. And they go out to chop a tree, and they find out that this tree has a bunch of animals in it because it's perfect, but it's a perfect tree, and Papa wants to cut it down. They decide not to, and the animals end up decorating their house, which is a tree, instead. So their perfect Christmas tree ends up being the house that they live in. Okay, thank you for showing. Thank you very much. This next book is, this is a collection, you are blocking my view, of little critter books. This is the Just a Little Critter collection by Mercer and Mayer. The books featured in this one is Just for You. I was so mad all by myself. When I Get Bigger. Just a Mess. I Just Forgot. And my personal favorite that I read to somebody quite often, Just Go to Bed.
Story.
So Little Critter is adorable. He has two little sisters, and a mama, and a dad, and a grandma and grandpa, I believe. And he is maybe 4 or 5, and he wants to do things all by himself with no help. He wants to be a big critter, not a little critter anymore. Now I'm tickling somebody's leg as I talk. And he just wants to be a big kid. And he gets frustrated that he's not. So, little critter, very cute. You're gonna sit in my lap. You're heavy. So, didn't get to this one because somebody grabbed it before. This is Bengali. And this is a book I got from my school, years ago. It features critters, spelled with a K, which is this little guy right here. But this guy is named Bangley. Critters are extremely messy. They are very messy creatures. And they throw trash on the floor. They throw it outside of their house. They don't pick up after themselves. Except for one, Bangley. And one day, a creature called the Grunk comes along. And the Grunk loves to eat trash. Loves it, loves it, loves it.
I don't like the Grunk!
And so the critters get scared, and Bangley rallies them together and basically says, we need to clean this place up. So while the Grunk is busy eating everything outside of the castle that they live in, they are cleaning up inside and taking baths and stuff like that, and decide that we're going to keep our house clean and sanitary because we don't want the Grunt coming back. At the very end of the book, hold on, can I get to the end of the book?
No!
Can we go to the very end of the book?
That's it! I find a group.
No, go to the very end because I want to show them the Grunk page. I will eat you. So at the end of the book, it goes, so if your room is messy and cluttered with lots of junk, you better clean up your room like Bangley, because here comes the Grunk! So, but this book, I don't know if I said who it's by. It's Bangley, written by Stephen Crossgo, and illustrated by Robin James.
Robin James!
Yes. So, if you would please move off of me because you were getting very heavy and you were sitting right on a nerve.
No!
And you're pulling down my shirt. Thank you. Ugh, okay, we'll just do this. This next. Okay, stop.
Give me up.
Okay.
And
Okay, please. You are hurting me. Hurting me. You are hurting me. Hurting. I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you.
No.
Okay, just sit. So, stop it. Stop. Yes, we see. No clue what just search. Okay. So, this next book is the Julie Andrews collection of songs, poems, songs, and lullabies. It's a book with a CD that goes along with it that I don't have anymore. I don't know where the CD went. But some of these poems are written by Julie Andrews. Some of the songs are written by her. But in the CD, she sings most of them, if not all of them. She sings 23 of them. Well, 22. No, 21. Sorry, can't count. But she has an introduction for like most of the parts, and they're really sweet little poems to read. I got this right after I had Prudence, which is the monster. So it's kind of a special book to me. Also, it's Julie Andrews. Who doesn't love Julie Andrews? She's amazing. And then this is one of the books I was talking about in my previous blog. The Last of the Really Great Winged Doodles is part of this book series, or this book. This is the Julie Andrews Edwards Treasures collection. Okay, stop.
I wanna.
Stop. We're done with that book. It's two magical novels. One is Mandy. The other is The Last of the Really Great Winged Doodles. Mandy is the one featured. We've already shown them that. Okay.
And
Yes.
It's
And
pink?
she's showing you part of the back of Bangley. I don't know if any of you can even read that, but yes.
it smells every day.
Okay.
Feels
Real,
like a
just
monster.
stop.
In a castle.
The Mandy is about a little orphan girl, who has been in the orphanage so long that she's allowed to have like a part-time job, and she gets curious about this plot that's next to the orphanage, and ventures over and finds this little cottage, and she kind of makes it her own, and ends up,
Mommy, this book is broken.
It's okay, it's an old book. Ends up getting, making this her like little home away from the orphanage and her special place.
Mommy,
and then the last of the really great winged doodles is about 3 kids. Let's see. Their names are Ben, Tom, and Lindy Potter, and they meet this professor who is on a mission to discover or to get to the land of the winged doodles, or winged doodle land, I think. And to meet the king of the last of the really great winged doodles, and the fantastical creatures that he rules over.
Hi.
Stop it. And ends up that they discover it's really easy to get there once you use your imagination. It's one of those really feel-good. There are 2 of those really good feel-good books. They're really sweet once you start getting through them. So now we're moving more on to adult stuff. Young adult. This one is Go Ask Alice by Anonymous. It's about a young girl's descent into drug usage her drink is laced with LSD at a party, I believe. Yeah.
Stop.
And she begins this downward spiral into drug use. Stop it! Stop! This one is The Mercy... Oh, and... Yeah, that's Anonymous. I didn't need to say anything. This is The Mercy of Thin Air. It is by... Don't drop the book. Or rip it. Roland Domague. It's about a young woman in the 1920s of New Orleans named Raziel Nolan. She's in this gorgeous love affair, and she dies in a tragic accident. She leaves behind her one true love and dream of becoming a doctor, but she stays behind. She's a ghost, and it features her staying with her love, Andrew, and she's narrating the story of her lost love, Andrew, as well as the relationship of Scott and Amy, the couple of the house she haunts 75 years or so later. And it kind of twirls their stories together, and I find it hilarious because she's a comedian ghost of sorts. Like one of her favorite things, she illegally slips birth control guides into library books, and she helps out these characters, and it's really a really good, sweet novel to read. Yes, you can go downstairs and grab something to eat. I think there's applesauce in the fridge or in the pantry. You can have.
No, but we have applesauces. I don't want applesauce.
Then grab something else. I don't know.
Okay.
If you're not allowed to normally have it, then don't grab it. This is Number of the Stars by Lois Lowry. It's about 10-year-old Anna Marie Johnson. Go for it. Go for it. And her best friend Ellen. During the war. What? Turn it on when you get downstairs. Turn it on when you get downstairs. Prue, I'm doing something! This is what I do all the time. You can turn it on. You know how. It's not that dark downstairs. Anyway, this is about Anna Marie and Ellen, who often think about life before the war. This is the Nazis invading and they're Jews in Denmark, and so Ellen moves in with Anna Marie and her family, and pretends to be part of the family, and it's like Anna Marie ends up having to go save her friend's life. And somebody's calling me. Just a second. Hello? Spam call. What?
I think we all peanut butter crackers.
Okay, well, I'll find you something to eat in a few minutes. I'm almost done.
No, I can't get it.
Okay. But when my mom showed me this book when I was younger, she forced me to read the entire book, including the afterword, which at the time I hadn't read. I would never read. It turns out that my mom is from Denmark. What?
I make a peanut butter candy sandwich.
I will make it for you in a few minutes. You are not allowed. Prue? No! Just wait. Goodness gracious. And now we're having a temper tantrum over that. So my mom's family is from Denmark. And in the afterword of this book, find out that leading some of the resistant leaders in Denmark, one of them was a young man named Kim Malthe Brun. And Brun is my mother's maiden name, so he is a distant relative of mine. Please turn the volume down on that. So I kind of found that to be interesting, and
Mommy,
now it's one of my favorite books. Okay. Yes, I see. Turn the volume down.
I did.
Okay. This next book is The Professor and the Madman. It's a tale of murder, insanity, and the making of the Oxford English Dictionary.
Snowy.
Oxford English Dictionary, in case you couldn't hear that.
Snowy.
Okay, Prue, you need to be quiet.
No, Snowy.
I am talking.
Snowy.
I don't care. It's by Simon Winchester, and it's about the making of the Oxford English Dictionary, obviously, and discovering that Dr. Minor, who is a big contributor in the making of this the Oxford English Dictionary, was an American Civil War veteran and also an inmate of an asylum for the criminally insane. So it's one of those books. It's kind of like, so many of our words come from this insane madman. But it's a good read. Definitely a good read. You can't tell I have this pile of books growing in behind me. Let's skip that book for now. Going to comic books for a second. Watchmen. I'm a big fan of the Watchmen. Rorschach. Love Rorschach, especially in the movie. Oh my god, I loved it. The mask was amazing. But I also have a huge collection of comic books over there. I'm not gonna go grab them. But it's by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons. And this is the newer version. My old original, so worn out that it's not even, like, I'm pretty sure if I touched it now, it would just disintegrate. Everybody should read The Watchmen if you're into comic books. If you even like part of the movie, this goes way more in depth for the characters and parts of their lives, how they interact with each other, why they, and it's just, I love it. Love The Watchmen. My heart. Okay, this next book, I have read all the books in this complete collection, but this one I have not yet. I haven't opened this one. It is still sealed. But it's H.P. Lovecraft. It's the complete works of his. It's complete works. This one is still sealed. So you can kind of Still sealed. If you haven't read H.P. Lovecraft, there's something seriously wrong with you. H.P. Lovecraft, The Call of Cthulhu, The Mountains of Madness, Dunwich Horror. In fact, my Animal Crossing town that my daughter is currently playing, her town name is Dunwich, so if you can't tell, I love that story particularly. And The Color of Outer Space, and so many more books. H.P. Lovecraft is a god among men, and created quite a few gods. So yeah, H.P. Lovecraft, people. H.P. Lovecraft. This is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. It's been so long since I read this book. It's about these waves that are happening to people all over the earth. They know how we think. They know how to kill us. They've taken everything worth living for, and now they've come to take the things worth dying for. It's different waves. Let's see. After the first wave, only darkness remains. The second wave, only the lucky escape. The third wave, only the unlucky survive. The fourth wave, just one rule applies: trust no one. Now it's the dawn of the fifth wave, and on the stretch of the highway, Cassie runs from them. The beings who only look like human and roam the countryside, killing any way they see. Earth survivors are scattered, and basically the rule of life is to get up or give up. It's a pretty good book. It's really hard to explain, but definitely worth a try if you like thrillers. So, yeah. Fifth Wave. This is that one. And this is the last of our books for the day. And I'll do more of these because I love books. I'm a big advocate of books. But, excuse me, all these old books have been sitting on my shelf for so long. I haven't read them in a while. So they're dusty and I'm coughing. This one is Jane Austen complete novel. A complete set of novels. I grew up loving Jane Austen. Emma, Pride and Prejudice, all of her books, and it's so beautifully written. And of course, it's like an extremely small print. Like this is one sheet. You can see that. But all of her books are in here. Sense and Sensibility. I think they're in order that she read them or wrote them. I'm not sure though. Mansfield Park, Emma, Northanger Abbey. I think there are a couple others. I'm not sure. Persuasion. Just been through. But yes, definitely everybody should read Jane Austen. She has really strong heroines in her books, and feature, characters that are very proud to be who they are. So there's that. Now for the fun part. Oops. We're just gonna do this just to entertain people for like 5 seconds. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna do books, maybe books and boobs every so often, just to talk about some books that I grew up with. This all started because I watched Mr. Popper's Penguins last night for the first time. I was really iffy about watching it because Mr. Popper's Penguin was one of my favorite books growing up. But the movie was really cute. I was actually impressed at how it was done. Definitely want to reread Mr. Popper's Penguins now after I find my copy. But it was a cute movie, and it kind of made me, I was like, oh, I should talk about books. So hear me talking about books. If you enjoyed the vlog, subscribe. we'll feature more books. If you have any books that you want me to read or
Mommy.
that you want me to
Hello.
feature that I might have read, let me know. See ya.